So I've had a couple comebacks. It's been a while since I've had one, and then I had two decent sized comebacks come right at a really tough time, just as far as scheduling. And I mean, it hurts your ego whenever that happens. But I think anybody that tells you it doesn't happen is not being completely honest with you. It's what you do once you had those comebacks. I work on transmissions a little bit, and I'm still learning. And I rebuilt one, and then it failed shortly after I rebuilt it. And I was really meticulous about going back through it and trying to figure out what exactly happened. And I think a couple little things added up to one big problem. I got it lined out now, but it was definitely stressful, and it was a hard situation to get through. My wife and I talked about it, like, what are we supposed to be learning from this? When you're a small business owner and you have something like that, it hurts pretty bad. Of course, I learned not to make those mistakes again. Sometimes when you don't have the money to go through technical school and stuff like that, you got to learn the hard way, but it definitely makes me think about, biblically, what can I learn about that? What can I learn from that? It led me to thinking about integrity, the integrity of my business. And some people out there talk about being the best and having all the knowledge. I see that a lot in the automotive videos and automotive industry. And I mean, you're just not going to always have that all that knowledge, and sometimes you do have to learn the hard way, especially for people that, are doing it on their own and fighting through that. I'm not going to get into that I'm the best kind of mentality, because I think that eventually is going to end up biting you anyway. But when you do make a mistake, you got to think about your integrity. And Proverbs 10:9 tells us, the one who lives with integrity lives security, but the one perverts his way will be found out. These customers that I make sure I take care of, they end up becoming really good customers because they know that I'm going to be honest with them, but beyond that, it's more than just a customer. Living with integrity is going to make my family stronger. It's going to make me as a parent, I'm going to be a better parent. I'm going to be a better husband. I get the feeling of wanting to sweep stuff under the rug, but I mean, that's obviously not the good way of dealing with it. So, I just encourage people, when you have these hard things that you got to deal with, just, buckle down and do it. As far as learning things the hard way, in James 1, it tells us to consider it a great joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you experience various trials, because you know that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And let endurance have its full effect, so that you may mature and complete in lacking in nothing. It's hard sometimes, but I know that going through this, well, even just the fact that I'm making this video and putting it out there public is proof that it's growing me as a person. I'm not going to let the devil use my mistakes against me. I'm not going to let him get in the way of my growth and what God has for me in the future, and I just encourage you to do the same. And I just hope that, through these couple scriptures here, you could look into them deeper yourself, and it'll help you grow and help you to strengthen your faith and head you in the right direction.